This is Stuart Cameron with a look at yesterday's rugby from the Borders. Let's begin in the Premiership, and the good news is that both Melrose and Gala posted wins to keep the pressure on Ayr at the top of the table. Like Gala 2 weeks before, Melrose raced to a 21-0 lead against Boroughmuir, and just like 2 weeks before, Boroughmuir got themselves right back into the game, scoring 19 points to reduce the deficit. But Melrose found another gear and eventually took the match 28-19 with a 4-try bonus. Fraser Thompson, Ross Ovens, Grant Runciman and Alan Walker all scored, with Andrew Skeen converting them all. Reaction from Melrose coach Craig Chalmers.
We played really well. It's best we've played for 50-odd minutes, 55 minutes this season. Our discipline was good in defence. Our attack, we looked after the ball pretty well. I was really pleased with it. And then we got 21-0 up, second half. And we lost a scrum in the middle of the park, and that was a really good opportunity for us to score again with Fraser Thompson, the way he can attack from scrums in the middle of the field. And we turned that scrum over. We got done for early engagement. So we lost that. We never saw the ball for the next 15-20 minutes. And to be fair to Boroughmuir, they defended really well first half at times. They worked really, really hard. They've got some really good attackers. So, they were always going to be a threat with Seth Visser, Harry Leonard, Clapperton. They've got some good boys in there.
Gala travelled to Dundee and came away with a comprehensive bonus point win, 44-20, scoring 5 tries from Craig Robertson, Ewan McQuillan, Ewan Dodds and a double from George Graham. All 5 were converted by Lee Miller, who also kicked 3 penalty goals. Here's Gala Rugby Club's Harry Keddy.
Obviously the icing on the cake from last week's performance was that Gala managed to get the 5 points, which keeps them in contention. The other plus for us today was we didn't pick up any injuries. We have view to our game next Saturday against London Scottish. The game didn't really to and fro. It was more a stop-start, mainly due to breakdown infringements by both teams and some indifferent refereeing decisions. However, Gala kept their discipline and kept plodding away and rattled the scoreboard on numerous occasions, scoring 5 excellent tries to Dundee's 2. Another excellent performance from our half-backs and another excellent performance from our front row, culminated in some good line-out work again. Chuffed to bits with the result, really. So it's onward and upwards now, and a wee break in the format. Just come at the right time next week with the B&I Cup. Should be a welcome break for the players. The intensity level will be different, to say the least. So it's a happy camp and looking forward to next Saturday.
Ayr survived a late scare at Edinburgh Accies to win 2018 and retain their unbeaten record, but they missed out on a try bonus. They're on 31 points at the top of the table. Gala have 27. Melrose are on 25, a couple ahead of Curry, who beat Stirling on the road 45-26. In the other game in the Premiership, Heriots beat Aberdeen, who are yet to win a game, by 31-19. Into the National League, and the bad news was that Hawick conceded 40 points at home to Hamilton at Mansfield Park. The good news, though, they scored 61 in a game which anyone who witnessed it is unlikely to forget. 101 points in the match, 9 tries for the Greens, Rory Hutton scoring 2 of them. The other try scorers were Stuart Graham, Lee Armstrong, Scott McLeod, Nick McTaggart, Craig Smith, Keith Davis and Neil Rennick, who converted 8 of them. So what was Hawick coach Phil Leck's reaction?
Really pleased with scoring 61 points and really pleased with some of the attacking rugby that we've played, and certainly counter-attacking rugby that we've played, and we structured things well. A little bit more disappointed at leaking 40 points. They had a very good set piece and a very good catch and drive line out, and they worked really, really well with the forwards, and we didn't stand up to that physicality part of it, and I'm a bit disappointed in that. But 101 points in a game, happy enough to take the win and take a bonus point as well, and some other results went well for us, so we're up and fighting again.
On current form, Selkirk were hot favourites to beat Jed Forest in the Border Derby, having put 40 points on them a few weeks ago at Riverside Park in the Border League. But right off Jed at your peril, and they certainly put up a big fight at Philippoch, just dropping short of causing an upset, going down 23-19. Selkirk's 2 tries were scored by Darren Clapperton and Angus Duckett, with Mike McVie converting both and kicking 3 penalties. Robert Hogg went in for Jed's only try, and Ian Chisholm converted that and scored 4 penalties. Reaction first from Jed coach Darren Cunningham.
Obviously, turn up at Selkirk, big game for us. We know they've been playing well, but had a poor result last week. But we know they've been playing well earlier on in the season, and obviously we haven't been playing that particularly well and had a few injuries. So we've got some of our players back, and we turned up there quite optimistic, quite confident, and we started well. Took the lead with a penalty by Chisholm, and we just a daft little mistake, and we let them in, and they went the length of the field against the run of play. They went the length of the field and scored under the posts, and that sort of hit we hard, and we struggled to recover from it. But when we did, we looked good, and I thought it was a hard-fought ball at Derby. We scored a decent try ourselves in the second half and got back into the game. We just kept that board ticking over, and to be honest, I'm well over the moon with a point away from home against Selkirk, but it's testament to the lads that you can see that they're really disappointed with not getting the win.
Selkirk captain Gavin Craig.
Well, we always knew it was going to be a tough game today, especially the position Jed are in. Like, we knew they were going to be fighting for everything, and the first 20 minutes they really came at us and threw everything at us. And I think we just got a quick try on the break, kind of settled us a wee bit, but then again we just had too many basic errors again. I feel in the first half we could have had a couple tries, but Jed made it really hard for us. And then at the end we just had to dog it out to get the result, because Jed were right there on our line and they could have stolen it at the end.
Kelso were in front in their away match at Hillhead Jordan Hill on more than one occasion, but missed out on getting the result they wanted, going down 29-23. Richard Minto and new signing Adam Alexander scored their tries, with Murray Hasty goaling both conversions and 3 penalties. Kelso head coach Eugene Murnane.
We went into a 6 to 10 point lead there, but unfortunately, just for half time, they come back into the game, And then, I think there was a few without being critical, I think there was a few dubious referee decisions, obviously, which we had to take on the chin. A lot of the game, we worked hard at. Our set piece was solid. Our line-out was especially good. We had a good drive-in line-out. We were under pressure a bit at the scrum, but we managed to move the ball away from the scrum area there, and we got our big runners running in midfield. Defensive-wise, I thought we defended very well for long periods of the game when we were under pressure in our own 22. We soaked up a lot of pressure. And having said that, then we came away then and we scored some nice, constructive, good tries.
Glasgow Hawks lost for the first time this season at Stuart's Melville, 14-11, and with Watsonians beating Biggar 22-13, the Marside team have reduced the gap at the top of the table. Hawks are on 30, Sunians have 29, Hawick are on 23, just ahead of Selkirk, who are also on 23, but Hawick have a better points difference. Kelso are 7th, and Jed still at the bottom. Now the Championship B derby between Peebles and Hawick YM, the first time the sides had met since 1979 in the old District Union League. Hawick won the try-count 5-4, but it was Peebles who won the game 32-29 in an exciting match at the Guides. YM's John Coots got a hat-trick of tries. He was joined on the score sheet by Wally Blacklock, returning to rugby earlier than expected, and Gary Douglas also went over for a score. Coots converted one of the tries, and Ali Weir scored the other. For Peebles, though, their bonus point collection of tries were scored by James Hamara, Kenny Clyde, Warren Kearney and Martin Cruikshank, with Greg Rayburn converting 3 and also kicking 2 penalties. YM boss, Jamie McFarlane.
It's tough to take, but to be fair, Peebles were the better side. They've dominated 35 minutes of the first half, and they've dominated maybe 10-15 minutes of the second half. So we can't complain too hard. I think we were in control of our own destiny today, and we didn't do such a good job. Our discipline with the referee in particular, I thought was pretty poor, and ultimately I think that was our undoing.
Peebles hooker Ryan McConnell.
Absolute battle, Hawick YM fought all the way to the end there, so but it's credit to our boys holding out there. We held them up over the line 3 times, so we couldn't ask much more of the boys there, so I absolutely delighted to hold on to that. Play some really good rugby out wide. We've got a lot of pace out wide this year. Just as long as we can keep our set piece going well, we can stretch teams, and kind of on a good pitch like this, that's what happened. We run in a few good scores, so they just tightened the game up in the second half, and unfortunately we lost Captain Dale just before half time as well, so but credit to Hawick YM, they came back and put a lot of pressure on us in the second half, but it's delighted to have held on to that,
So bragging rights back in the hands of Peebles as they leapfrog YM to go 3rd in the table. Finally, the East League results. Division 1, Berwick 19, Livingston 53, Dunbar 13, Duns 3, Langham 15, Linlithgow 7. Division 2, Earlston 31, Gala YM 0, Hawick Lindeen 12, Trinity Accies 12, Hawick Harlequins 54, Lismore 0. We must mention that Earlston are top of the table. In second place it's Hawick Lindeen, in third Hawick Harlequins, so a Borders top 3, which is very pleasing on the eye. Finally, Division 3, Leith 46, St Boswell's 10, Walkerburn 17, Queensferry 61. Next week, of course, it's the start of the British and Irish Cup involving Melrose, who travel to Doncaster Knights, and Gala, who welcome London Scottish to Netherdale. Should be two cracking matches, and we'll be covering both of them next week. Apart from that, there's a full league programme involving our Borders sides. So for the latest Borders Rugby news, results, audio, video stats, and of course the Borders Rugby rankings, go to bordersrugby.net.
Stark, Main & Co. are a UK award-winning firm of chartered tax advisors and accountants committed to offering high-quality tax and business advisory services. With a committed and professional team, we have the focus and drive to help you change the numbers which are important to you. We are proud of the difference we can make together.